So good evening, everyone. We'll just wait for a few more minutes as people are joining in. We'll just go for 5 minutes and we'll start. In the meanwhile, you can please welcome the speaker, Urja Shah, on your chat box. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, Rakesh.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Urja.
Good evening, Rosni.
Good evening, Girish. Good evening, Rakesh, sir.
Good evening, Rosni. So happy Women's Day.
Hello. Thank you so much. How are you, Urja, madam?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Happy Women's Day to you.
Happy Women's Day.
Thank you.
Hey, bhai, Jitu bhai प्रकट हो गए.
Mayur, hello.
Good evening, Jitu bhai.
Jitu bhai, good evening, madam. Good evening, Urja madam, and happy Women's Day to all of you.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, प्राची. प्राची ने आज वुमेन्स डे को पहला चौका मारा आज.
Yes, छक्का छक्का सर, चौका नहीं.
छक्का. प्राची ने पहली बार सेशन लिया आज.
नहीं अभी तो
वुमेन्स डे ये स्टार्ट है.
म्यूट पे हो मैडम, म्यूट पे हो.
वुमेन्स डे पे आपकी आवाज बुलंद होनी चाहिए.
नहीं, just I finished it.
Good.
But it was good.
स्टार्ट है, ये तो जस्ट स्टार्ट है.
हाँ, स्टार्ट है. अभी सीरीज प्लान कर रहे हैं, कुछ तो अलग करेंगे.
Yes.
Very good.
Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. First of all, a happy Women's Day to all. This is a very auspicious day today that we are celebrating Women's Day. Actually, the background of the Women's Day, I came to know on the self-defense program that why we celebrate Women's Day on 8th. So, on this day, the women got voting right. So, that is the reason we celebrate 8th March as a Women's Day all over world. So, thank you. I would like to say thank you to Smita Dave madam who informed me or all of the committee member about this. So, also welcome today's speaker Urja madam, my chairman Kaushik Gadda, vice chairman Parag sir, our immediate IPC immediate past chairman Jitu Ram Rakhyani, my committee member Girish bhai, treasurer Rakesh Agarwal, Vikasa chairperson Rosni, Vikas Kamra committee member, and Pradeep Mehta committee member. So today's topic is a very different topic that what your signature tells you about. So this is a very unique topic and which I think we had it for the first time in the branch. Correct me if I'm wrong. So thank you very much Urja madam for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming to the branch on the virtual platform and taking session for us. The further proceedings will be dealt by Kaushik Gadda sir. Kaushik sir, you can address the gathering. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, Mayur. And again, once again, very happy Women's Day to each and everyone here, all the women's here, and plus जो men हैं उनके women's के लिए भी, उनके घर पे जो women उनको भी happy Women's Day from the branch. And again, it was a very, as Mayur said, वो भी हमको भी वो एक दिन ऐसा हमको ऐसा कुछ ज्ञान मिला उस दिन कि वुमेन्स इंटरनेशनल वुमेन्स डे क्यों मनाया जाता है. हम सोचते थे कुछ और रहता है रीजन, बट देन स्मिता मैडम जस्ट told us that it's because of the right that women's got to vote. That is really interesting. And इस बहाने सब वुमेन्स का ये जो है एक मौका मिल जाता है कि सेलिब्रेट करें, वुमेन्स को रेस्पेक्ट दें इस मौके पे. एंड अगेन आप देखोगे तो पूरा दिन कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ प्रोग्राम्स चालू ही है. So same way as we the new committee took up this charge of this tenure, so हमने 5 दिन का सेशन रखा था WOW week, which is Wonders of Women's Week, and today is the last session, last over if you say of the match. And throughout this 5 days we had wonderful topics and wonderful sessions, and today again something different, which Vyomesh suggested me कि let's have something different, and तभी ऊर्जा का भी नाम याद आया and we connected ऊर्जा as well. ऊर्जा अपने मेंबर की विपुल शाह है जो डेप्यूटी कन्वीनर है कल्याण सीपी के, उनकी भतीजी है. एंड उन्होंने पहले भी एक सेशन दिया था, बट मे बी कल्याण सीपी स्टडी सर्कल में. सो दैट वाज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक, एंड आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ यू विल एंजॉय. एंड फर्दर व्हाट वी हैव प्लान्ड इन द ब्रांचेस, एज मैं कल भी बता रहा था और आज भी बता रहा हूँ कि गोइंग फॉरवर्ड वी हैव मेनी प्रोजेक्ट्स लाइंड अप. जो पहले चालू था, जो कहीं पे अटका हुआ है, वी आर टेकिंग दैट फॉरवर्ड. One of the projects that we have already launched is project मिलाप, जहाँ पे हम काम जो देने वाला है और जो काम लेने वाला उनको जोड़ रहे हैं in some way or the other. It's just in the execution stage हुआ है. Going forward we'll see how it shapes up. Then we जैसे अंकित ने एक start किया था Rising Star, the same way we are also taking it forward. Going forward we'll invite all the members who want to speak or want to develop the speaking skills. We'll give them a chance to say for 10 minutes physical session or a virtual session. उनको पहले उनको chance दिया जाएगा, then the session will start. Same way for students as well. The project is Youngest Star. Same way जैसे members के वैसे students के लिए भी होगा. And other thing which I always had in the mind कि जो women's है, जो have taken break after marriage or after having kids, so we want to get them back to work. And उनको भी इच्छा है कि हमको वापस काम पे हमारे मेन लाइन स्ट्रीम पे आना. इतना पढ़ाई किया है, सीए डिग्री लिया है, एंड इफ यू आर नॉट, अगर नॉलेज का यूज नहीं हो रहा है, देन दे फील डिसअपॉइंटेड. सो वी आर थिंकिंग ऑफ गेटिंग देम बैक टू वर्क. कुछ ना कुछ काम उनको मिलेगा. फॉर दैट WRC also planned some programs. We'll train them, we'll give them 1 month training, and then we'll get them some work from home sort of thing, so that they are also occupied and they are also Atmanirbhar. So that is one Atmanirbhar Nari project that we have planned. And there are many other projects that we already planned, and I'll keep announcing or as and when the programs happen. And again, on 11th, as yesterday also I announced that 11th March, President and Vice President are coming to Mumbai. So I invite all of you to please join at Yogi Sabhagrah Dadar with all your friends and CA friends at evening at 5 p.m. at Dadar. So, well, I hope you all enjoy this session today and have a happy learning. With this, I would request Mayur to take it forward. Or I think Girish, I would request Girish if you can just introduce Urja to the members. Introduce.
Thank you, Kaushik sir. Good evening.
Yes.
A very good evening to all. First of all, happy Women's Day. Good evening, ma'am. I'm very glad to introduce you because she has pursued a lot of things at very young age. She's a graphologist with 2 years of experience in it, and from last 3 years practicing as a freelancer in the field of commercial art. She has studies graphology from Surjan Institutes of Graphology and Holistic Healing. She has been awarded for the best portfolio in the final year as Ranchand Sansad College of Architect and Commercial Arts. She is currently pursuing neuro-linguistic program. Her working profile includes consultant and therapist at LifeMap, working with kids for career acceleration, facilitator at School of Profiling and Graphology in Nigeria, French tutorial at Brainwork Preschool Kalyan, budding entrepreneur at Choke Cheese. It is a startup, self-starter made by her. Worked at R. Kandiral LPG agency of Hindustan Petroleum Gas, and HR and design Makiel. I'm sure here today she can help us to understand about graphology and share with how a one person signature can reveal designer nature, behavior, and growth in her career or in his career. Without taking much time, I welcome ma'am and request to take the handover.
Thank you so much.
Urja, before if you just start, I would request everyone to please welcome Urja on the chat box, welcoming her and ask her to bring it on the session. In the meanwhile, I would request Jitu if you want to share something, if you want to share your thoughts with the members. Everyone, please put in a chat box and welcome Urja for this wonderful session. Please.
Just thank you, Kaushik sir, for this opportunity. I'll just like to wish all women present here a very happy International Women's Day and wish you all the best for your career and success in life. Thank you so much. Thank you. And wishing you all happy learning for this session. Thank you so much.
Yes, Urja, as people are welcoming in, I would request you to please start on the session.
Okay, thank you so much, Uncle. Good evening, one and all. Firstly, thank you so much for welcoming me. Happy Women's Day to all the females, all the amazing females out there, and to all the wives and second better half to every man in the session. So let's begin with today's session. I'll share my screen. Yeah, is my screen visible? Yes, okay. Which language is more comfortable? Hindi, English mix? Chat box में लिख दो सब लोग.
English चलेगा.
English चलेगा.
Hindi,
Okay. English. Okay. Okay, done. अच्छा, ये chat box बीच में आ रहा है on screen? Gray patch नहीं आ रहा है ना on screen? Okay, done. So let's start with today's session. So this is my firm's name, Life Map, and what I do is I help people write their destiny. How? Let's see today. Begin with the session. To begin with the session, what am I going to do is handwriting analysis, signature analysis, logo analysis, drawing analysis, mandala graphotherapy, ki, whatever changes you want to do in life with your handwriting can be done. Also, as a freelance commercial artist, and I'm a chocolated, currently I'm also pursuing masters into child graphology. So, who is this session for? This session is for everyone about the age of 16, students, teachers, entrepreneurs, trainers, coaches, experts, parents, executives, HR professional consultants, employees, and definitely CAs. So, the moment we are waiting for, it's here. Please grab your pen and paper and kindly write down this sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. For 3 times, if possible, and have your signatures 3 times drawn on the piece of paper. I'll keep the screen here. Write the sentence down. Why to write? Because today you will be your own judge. Understand yourself, what all you have in your handwriting, how will you improve, or what all changes can be so beneficial for you. And once you're done writing the sentence and signature, please drop done in the comment section. You can write it in cursive, you can write it in capitals, you can write it the way you will write it. Also, mention the pens which you are using. Is it gel pen or ball pen, black gel or blue gel? It will give you a significance. Done.
Yes, everyone, take 2 minutes to write it down. And then when it's done, write done. So we'll know, then we can proceed ahead.
Yes. The importance of this sentence is that every alphabet has been covered from A to Z into this sentence. So you will be learning about every letter, probably about every aspect of your life. So you will know a clear thought process behind that letter. Blue ball pen. Very great. Okay.
जा चाय बन गई.
Blue ball pen. Perfect. Perfect. Done. We have 5, 6 people. Blue gel pen. Okay. Okay. So before we start with the session, I'll give you the difference between ball pen and gel pen. Ball pen is for someone who has settled career, जो भागना नहीं चाहता है या फिर एक पोजीशन पे पहुंच गए हैं wherein they feel that they are satisfied and they are happy in their life. Gel pen is someone who is still putting a lot of effort to start their life or to keep having efforts into their life to keep moving ahead. And if you are using blue and black ka difference. Blue is someone who is adjusted with anyone and everyone, and the one who is using black, these people are kind of introvert. इन्हें पसंद नहीं है उनके interspace में अगर कोई interfere करे तो. So if you have written it with black pen, grab a blue pen and write again. Are you comfortable writing or not? Let me know in the comment section.
अभी नया आया blue ink pen. अभी इसका बताओ.
Okay, ink is equal to gel pen.
Okay.
So if you are writing with any thin ink, ball के अलावा कोई भी और ink है, so it is flowing. तो वो पानी जैसा बहता है. So people can guide you. People can, give their opinion on your bird, on your shoulder, and you will have to move accordingly. So if you want to be someone who has a firm opinion, so start using a ball pen.
What about
Okay, purple. Pencil. Okay. Purple and pencil. Pencils, आप रिस्क लेने से बहुत डरते हो, so you have an habit. अगर मिस्टेक हुई है तो erase it out and rewrite it. That is your motive. So do not use a pencil, use a pen to gain confidence. For purple, you are someone who has a fantasy world around. You like chocolates a lot and you have a fantasy world around. So that is a good thing. But as a professional, you will have to use ball or gel, blue or black pens. Green pen, you are a nature lover and you are someone who is very down to earth.
ये ऑडिटर्स भी यूज करते हैं. ऑडिटर्स.
Okay. Okay, so pink people, if it's a female, it's a romance, and if it's a male, if it is not a bad handwriting, it is also romance. But if it is a bad handwriting and a reddish color, then it is kind of danger. So प्यार और खतरा दोनों साथ में आता है. Okay, Sachin has raised a hand. Yes, Sachin. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, Sachin, I have unmuted you. अच्छा, महेश जी बोलिए. ठीक है.
Okay, let's move ahead with the session.
Yes.
So I guess a lot of people have written it. So let us understand now what does it mean. So first go to your signatures. क्या आपका signature readable है या illegible है? Illegible जो middle में signature लिखा हुआ है that is illegible, and the lower one is legible signature. So the ones with illegible signature, please write illegible. The ones with legible signatures, please write legible. Comment section में सब लोग लिखो. Legible. Oh, that's great. That is very nice. Very, very nice. No one with illegible signature. Okay, so I'll explain you the difference. अगर आपके पास कोई client आता है, उसका signature illegible है, this is the time you understand that these clients will not be opening their true business in front of you very soon. They will take time. They will gain your trust first. वो तुम्हारा patience, everything, they will test it and then they will open up in front of you कि भाई ये CA reliable है, ये मेरी मदद करने वाला है, मैं कितना भी डूब जाऊं पानी में तो भी. And if that person is having a legible signature, he is very straightforward, he is very confident, he will give you pen to pencil all the information about his business for him to get the help from you guys. So when you decide your clients, make sure that you check their signatures. Because if it is illegible, for your income, जो वो आपको पैसे देने वाले हैं for your services, somewhere down the line, even that will be at conflict if they are having negative traits in their signature. And if it is legible, very clear, वो लोग बहुत time नहीं लेंगे, they won't waste your time. Also, they will be very particular how much they are going to pay you and how much they are not going to pay you. So check your signatures. Coming to legible signatures, कितने लोगों का signature is ascending, growing upwards? Growing upwards वाले show a thumbs up or type yes. Growing upwards. Me. Okay. कौशिक अंकल का signature देखा हुआ है मैंने. Okay, great. The ones who are not having a growth in their signature, you are someone who is having a plain and a very subtle life. You are kind of facing a small difficulty when you have to take progress or when you have to, grow up in life. If you want to really have good experiences and good hold in your life, तो आपका signature थोड़ा tilt कर दो. Now, being professionals, it is not possible for you to change it legally immediately. Immediately legally मत change करो. For a couple of months, पहले उसको सिर्फ practice करो regularly. Check and understand कि are you comfortable with the changes happening to you? And if yes, then you can go for a legal procedure. And if not, you can still keep on practicing that. And whenever necessary, legal documents, you still can do the original signature that you have. Moving to next. Okay. Coming to a very interesting topic. Because all the CAs are here, I would like to tell you कि what your logo says. अब मैंने logo क्यों यहाँ पे लिया हुआ है? जैसे for an individual एक signature important होता है, that is your public face. आप कैसे खुद को public में portray करते हो? Similarly, CA का जो logos है, that is how the CA's work ethics are. So coming to the very first point about CA logo, जो A में उल्टा tick mark है, people have a tendency of how to do their work. CAs उनको शायद थोड़ा दूसरा रास्ता बताएंगे to do it legally and to not fall into different or bad traps. That is the main reason why it has a ulta tick mark instead of a सीधा tick mark. आप अपना route अलग ही बनाओगे from the regular people. You will always have a mindset that is different from a common man, because that is what your profession has taught. If a business is done on a platform, you guys will have to have another solution to accumulate at the end of the year. So आपको दूसरी तरीके से सोचना पड़ता मैंडेटरी है. Why the blue and green color? You people are someone who has to work under pressure, but still have your mindset calm, at base, and very neutral. So blue color is something that keeps you calm, settled, and also open to people to talk. So blue color इसकी वजह से आपके लोगों में इतना help करता है कि कितना भी pressure हो, you have your presence of mind to work with pressure. Coming to the eagle ka logo. Eagle ka logo is something. Eagle ka meaning is like an arch. Archery ka jo bow and arrow hota hai. So the aim. CA ka entrance exam clear karna itself is a very big deal. It's like a bow and arrow to hit the bull point. So your logo also says ki it is very difficult, but once you hit it, you are through in your life. Then there is no other ups and downs that you will have to come and face in your life. You will always succeed, and succeed. Is everyone with me? Now we will be starting with the letters, what you have written, and one important aspect of your signature. Please write in the comment section if your signature is just having your name, write name. If it is name and surname, write name and surname. And if it is having dots in between, then write dots with signature. Kindly drop into the comment section. Okay. Is it a name, surname, initials? Okay, name, surname. Very good, very good. Anyone who is having dots? Name, surname, very nice, very nice. Name and first alphabet of surname. Perfect. Dots and signature. Okay. Okay, so let us understand what these signatures and how these signatures influence you. Your first initial. Let's take my name, Urja Sandeep Shah. So you, is me presenting myself and not my whole atmosphere in public. If I have just you in my signature and not Urja, so I am someone who will keep her private life private and who will not open about my personal discussions in front of people. If I am having Urja, complete name in my signature, then I'm open to talk about anything and everything with people. So know in your signature if you're having it just initials or your full name. That is how you are having your relationship with people. Surname. Surname में जो initials है, for me Shah, here on the picture it is Singh. So for Singh, S is your female influence. आपकी life partner, आपकी सासू माँ या तो आपकी मम्मी, या it can be your sister or someone who is the biggest female support in your life. And the other rest, second half of your surname is your profession. For every professionals as CA, for you guys to have a good professional settled income, आपके signature का second half clear होना बहुत जरूरी है. For example, in this signature, Singh लिखा हुआ है INGH, जितना clear है उतना ज़्यादा progress है. For me, Shah लिखा हुआ है तो HAH in the surname of Shah has to be very crystal clear for me to have good clients, good ethics, good communication with people, and growth in my professional front. Someone who is just writing it and leaving it, उनका surname readable नहीं है, आपके professional life में imbalances होंगे. Sometimes your income is high, sometimes your income will be low, sometimes it is not stable, sometimes it is not concrete also. So if you want to have good income, good life on your professional front, आपके surname का second half has to be readable and very crystal clear. And what about my signature? I have used first name but changed the spelling. Okay, when you have changed your spelling, it is like a dual personality. You are someone different in family, you are someone different on professional front. So if you have difference, then you should change it to one thing, because this will create conflicts between you and your professional front. Kahin na kahin, when you want to go out on a vacation with family, but it is also your year-end procedure, yahan pe conflicts hoga and you will be stuck. You will not be happy at working also, and you will not even enjoy your vacation because of work pressure. So come to an individual signature of your name. Okay, then we have a question, first alphabet of my name and surname. And it is just the same. आपको खुद के बारे में पब्लिक से ओपन करना नहीं पसंद है. आपको खुद के बारे में पब्लिक से ओपन करना नहीं पसंद है. You are someone who wants to keep it to yourself, but because you have a good surname and you have written it clear, you are very good with professional front. So that is a very good point for you. I use me before marriage surname. What initial use 2 dots? No, okay. Coming to dots, I'll talk about dots a minute later. Before that, for married females, also for all the males who are in the session, agar aapki wife, whatever your wife's signatures are, do read it. Why? Because if the surname has changed from before marriage to after marriage, then please ask them to change the signature. Why is it important for a female to change the surname? Is because if you want to grow professionally even after marriage, then your sasural is going to help you to grow. आपको आपके ससुराल को आपके नाम के साथ लगाना पड़ेगा. Get your family's support to grow in life. And if you haven't changed your signature, please do it immediately and have a clear, simple signature. The clearer your signature will be, the more profit you will gain in life. Name and first alphabet of surname. So for you guys, you give equal importance to your life partner or the female entities in your life, but somewhere you give less preference to your professional front. So If you're okay and you're satisfied with whatever income you're having, it is good signature for you. If you want to grow ahead on your professional front, then you will have to write your complete surname. That is something which is very important. Now coming to underline and dots. अगर कोई भी सिग्नेचर में दो इंडिविजुअल्स के बीच में डॉट है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे अर्जुन भरत सिंह लिखा हुआ है, अर्जुन हैज ए, भरत हैज बी, ए एंड बी के बीच में एक डॉट है, then that is a wall of communication. There is a barrier. A और B दो different individuals है, इनके बीच में अगर आप एक डॉट डालते हो तो एक बैरियर का काम करता है. You shouldn't have a dot or any kind of hyphen or anything. It just has to be simple, clear space, which will keep your communications very clear. If you have a full stop or dot into between, iski wajah se there will be conflicts. There would be different thought process of two different people, and you will have difficulties when you have to gel into things together. And it will also go with your co-workers, co-founders, your boss, your colleagues, because the two people you are having dots will be, can be you with your male influence or you with your female influence. So barrier ki tarah kaam karega. That shouldn't be there. Kindly remove the dots. Legally, do not change it right now. Write for 6 months, then you can go for legal procedure of changing your signatures. Coming to underline. If you have an underline, you guys need a platform to grow. So when you need a platform to grow, you will have to rely on people, because people will be the ones who will always come up and make you forcefully stand on something. Also, underline ka second meaning is confidence. You have good confidence, but when you have good confidence, why do you have to create a stage for you to speak? Instead of that, you can directly come to people and talk. हाँ, जिनको डर लगता है, पब्लिक फियर है या स्टेज फियर है, for them underline is good. But नहीं है तो underline निकाल दो. Any extra thing in your signature, a smiley, a dot, or any tick marks or anything extra, these things will be negative, because ये आपके signature का importance गवा देगा. Okay, we have a couple of more questions.
Urja, we'll have the question answers later at the end. Once you complete your session, then we can have answer all the questions properly.
Okay, works perfect.
Yeah, great.
Okay, let's move ahead. So there's a small video for you all. The sentence likha hua hai. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Kindly keep that sentence in front of you and watch this video. And after the video is done, let us understand how it is. This is talking about the space in between your handwriting. कितने words के बीच में कितना gap है, कितना narrow लिखा हुआ है. If it is narrow, then how is your behavior? You need people's support. If you have round letters, creative writing, then these people will have creative thought process. Pointed letters hai, you are analytical, you are aggressive, you have anger issues. Letters are connected. Cursive writing hai, या फिर बहुत चिपक के letters लिखा हुआ है. You like to be with people, you cannot stand alone. Letter T के ऊपर focus करो. How determined are you? How self-confident are you? How optimistic are you? What are your ambitions in your life? How confident you are? Comfortable with your people. O कैसा लिखा हुआ है? Is it open? Then you are talkative. You are social. If it is closed, you like to keep your circle very closed. You like to be self-oriented, goal-oriented, introverts. Dot कहाँ पे place किया हुआ है I के ऊपर? If it is in left, if it is in past, present, imagination power पता चलता है आपके I के dot से. Left hai, you like to be procrastinated. You like to stay in past and then apply in future. If it is in present, I के dot ऊपर है, very detailed oriented, very enthusiastic. If you have a circle on your eye, which has a hollow space, you are childlike. You like to be around people and your behavior will be very jolly. And you have an eye for detail. If it is a slash, it is anger. What do you say about your handwriting? I hope everyone has gone through the video. This video will also be there on YouTube, and as we are going live, so this will also be there on your channels. Okay, let's get into details. Just in comment sections, write आपके handwriting large है या small है? Is the font size really big or small? Write large for the large ones, small for the small ones. Let us understand what does large letters say. Large letters, you are confident. You like people to notice. You like people when they give you attention. You are someone who likes to gain attention from people. Also, you will have a lot of friends, a good circle, a good social life. You have small letters. You are someone जो सिर्फ काम पढ़ाई. You do not like to party a lot, or you do not like to go to big gatherings. For you, enjoyment would be self-centric, own space, or with your two people, with your small family. बस खुश है हम उसमें से. Moving to next, how is your handwriting? क्या आपके letters ऊपर से right में झुक रहे हैं? क्या आपके letters ऊपर से left में tilt हो रहे हैं, या are they straight? Right, straight for the straight ones, right for the right ones, and left for the left ones. Why? If your handwriting is rightwards, you will always look forward to grow. You will always look forward to learn new things in life, and you will always look forward to gain as much as information you can get it from people. If you have left in your handwriting, left in your handwriting says that you are an introvert. You prefer to keep things within yourself. You try to keep your goals and ambitions reserved. You do not like to open it up to people. And the ones who are having it straight, your handwriting is very perpendicular. Perpendicular का मतलब है you are very straightforward to people. अगर आपको नहीं पसंद है, तो नहीं करोगे आप. अगर आपको पसंद है, तो you will do it no matter what or how difficult it is. When you take clients, understand the client's mentality. Client अगर आप ले रहे हो, large handwriting है, तो वो आपके साथ सब कुछ share करेगा very easily. अगर उसका handwriting small size है, तो वो चीजें धीरे धीरे बताएगा. जैसे जैसे उसको लगता है कि important है, तो वो बताएगा. नहीं important है, जब तक you will not give them the assurance that it is important, वो शायद नहीं बोलेगा आपको information. So know the size. Know the slant. If the client is having a left slant, it is possible that that client can have two businesses and he's just showing you one business. That client has a tendency of not opening up to you 100%. He might have things that he is hiding. And for people, for clients who is having rightward slant, this clients would be very easy for you to crack or deal with for your bond. And the ones who are having it straight, these are the typical perfect clients, but इनका झिकझिक बहुत रहेगा. They will always be behind your head for small and big things because they want things on their time, because they are very straightforward to you while communication. Moving to next, little spacing and even spacing. हमने वीडियो में भी देखा wide spacing का meaning क्या है, और narrow spacing. Narrow spacing is where you are not giving space. Basically, you are not doing good time management. As a CA, when you know that you have a lot amount of work in your professional front, you will have to learn to manage your time well. If you have really little spacing in your handwriting, you will lack. You might skip on your lunch, you might skip on your dinners, you might skip on your dates that are coming because of your work pressure. So to understand all of those things, try practicing and having even spacing, because when you have even spacing, you are well aware कि deadline ये है. Accordingly, you will keep on planning your things. Your time management skills will be very good. Also, even spacing का एक और benefit ऐसा है that you will rely on people for work. You will actually allocate your work very nicely for your employees, and it will be very convenient for them to come and approach to their bosses or their colleagues for help. When you have even spacing, your communication skills are very much strong, very much confident. And if it is less spacing, there are glitches in between. So understand your client's mindset also when you refer to the client's signature or handwriting. Moving to next, what is pressure? Now, when you have written whichever paper have you written, turn it, flip it round. पीछे करो paper and try to move your hand on that paper. Can you feel your letters? If you can feel what you have written, then write heavy pressure. अगर आपका pressure नहीं, अगर कुछ भी feel नहीं हो रहा है, then write light pressure. Write it in the comment box. Light, no light pressure. Okay, heavy pressure. I know. Heavy. 50-50. Very good. Okay, that is great. So light pressure अगर है, आप आपके health पर भी neglect कर रहे हो. Light pressure people are people who can get very easily influenced. If you are an employee at a firm, it is okay for you, but then you should have your individual vote. It is good that आपके boss जो बोलेंगे आप वो कर दोगे, but do you really just want to do the गधा मजूरी का work wherein your boss always has to come and spoon feed you? No. Then you need to have a bit of pressure where you are okay to work how you want to work, and also you will learn from the boss and work. So for every boss also, it is important that you look at your employees and clients ki unka pressure kaisa hai. Because people with light pressure will have health issues. They will have indigestion problems. They will have mental issues. They will be weak at emotions. They will not be able to adapt to a lot of pressure. जब high work pressure में काम करना है, deadline है 4 दिन में, and you still have to do a lot of work, these people with light pressure will have difficulties to cope up and work nicely. These people will face a lot of issues. Heavy pressure, strong with emotions, strong self-confidence, strong opinion-based. They will know to manage time well. They will react. They will work very quickly. Also, on the health front, these people will have an equal diet, very stable eating habits, stable living habits, because of which their lives are smooth and ongoing very nicely. Next, we will be moving to letter T. Now, यहाँ पे मैंने 2 T लिखा हुआ है. Similar शायद आपको दिखता होगा, but I am not pretty sure how are you decoding it. Now, refer to the letter T that you have written. Is your dash, जो हम T में dash करते हैं, वो ऊपर है, नीचे है या middle में है? If it is up, write up. If it is really low, on के वहाँ पे write down. And if it is in between, write middle. Middle. Okay. Atesh has it in middle. Shakti has it up. Middle. Up. Very nice. Okay. That is very good. Middle में है. So you are someone who wants to progress also and who is satisfied also. People who are having the T dash up, these people are high goal oriented. These people are someone who wants to become a leader or who is a leader already and is looking for their colleagues, their company's growth always. Now, for the ones who are having it upper underline, जिनका under dash ऊपर लिखा हुआ है, वो थोड़ा slant करो. Tilt it towards right, because when you have it towards right, it is aiming high. Having high aspirations, having high goals in life, which you want to achieve, and it will give you strength to always grow in life. Middle में है आपका dash, तो उसको ऊपर करो, because that will give you the strength and confidence to grow and do new things in life. And for the ones, अगर आपका T का dash नीचे है, your aims and goals are very small, very limited. Do you really want to stay, or are you really satisfied in the small space? No. Then please shift it to middle and then later on upward. Do not directly grow from low to up. because that will actually deteriorate your energy and it will demotivate you because success turant nahi milega. You have to have steps in your life. From lower zone, you will have to go to middle and then you will have to go to upper zones. Okay, moving to next. How are your F's written? Is your F written cursive? Is your F written block? Cursive है, that means तीनों zones में लिखा हुआ है, जैसे मैंने इसमें upper, middle, lower zone highlight किया हुआ है. Write it cursive, and for the ones it is जिनके लिए cursive नहीं है, it is only upper and middle zone, या फिर only middle and lower zone, so write block. For cursive, write cursive. For only 2 zones, write block. Letter Fox. Fox में आपको F letter दिखेगा. Understand how is it written? Is it written in all the 3 zones or it is written in 2 zones? All the 3 zones, people, cursive. That is very good. You guys have very stable work ethics. You guys are strong. You guys have good planning, good time management. You are result oriented. Your execution is strong. For the ones who are just having it in 2 zones, अगर upper zone absent है, so you lack planning, time management, and अगर lower zone absent है, so you guys are not putting efforts into executions. ये ज्यादातर कोई post holders में boss हो गए या उनमें दिखना is okay if you do not have in lower zone, because these people are the ones जिनको documents लेकर sign करके भेजना है. That is the only execution part for them. The employees should have all the 3 zones because eventually you guys are the ones who will be working for that company. And if even the boss is having all the 3 zones, that is an added advantage for all the employees, because your boss is someone who will come and sit with you, teach you and work with you. वो आपके ऊपर सिर्फ burden नहीं डालेंगे, वो आपके साथ काम करेंगे. अगर upper zone absent है, it is okay for a while. But if you have narrow letter spacing, आपके letters बहुत चिपके हुए हैं, and then you do not have upper zone, then it is negative because then you have low time management skills and also you're bad at planning. So the ones who are having absent, मतलब जिनके उसमें upper zone नहीं है, try writing it पूरा F because that will actually help you grow in life. Moving to next, पैसा. अभी C और Y and letter G. Understand आपका letter C कैसा लिखा हुआ है. Okay, now look at the video. If your C is open, very wide, is your C closed? बस वो O बना नहीं है, थोड़ा ही open है. If your C is open, write open. If it is nearly to close, then write closed. Write into the comment box. Is it closed or is it open? Open. Very good. So CAs, you guys are having an open C. That is a very good thing because you are inviting client and you are giving them whatever solutions you can give and you are helping them to grow their business. If you have an closed C, clients का information पूरा आने नहीं देते हो, you kind of hurdle it out. आप clients के पास से उनका पूरा चीजें information इकट्ठा नहीं कर पाते हो. So if an employee, if a client or if the boss is having this kind of C, this is a negative trait. Kindly improve on it because if it is closed, you are not hearing what people wants to convey it to you. Coming to money, why did I call it money on this slide? Now let us understand how your Y and G's are written. Okay. For Y and G's, when you write Y, is it incomplete जैसा यहाँ पे मैंने स्क्रीन पे लिखा हुआ है वैसे, या वो पूरा कंप्लीट है जो कर्सिव के जैसे ऊपर तक आता है? Write cursive if you have cursive, and if you do not have cursive, if it is incomplete, write incomplete in the comment box. Cursive, complete. Okay, CAs are very wealthy. Okay, 1, 2, incomplete. Okay. So what is the difference? G or letter Y? Letter G and letter Y are the most important letters in your handwriting because these letters are associated with your income, with your money. अगर आपका G और Y complete है, that is cursive की तरह वो पूरा loop बनाता है, then you guys are good at finance management. You know that if you're earning 1 lakh, how much to use it and how to use it. You will probably save 50 and from other 50, you will split it to 25 to use it for family and to use it for professional fund. If you have it incomplete, then you do not know manage your finance. Then you, even if you are earning 1 lakh, your expenses are probably more than that. So if you have incomplete Y, incomplete G, then understand that it is high time for you to complete it, but you cannot complete it on your own. You will definitely have to consult a graphologist because whenever you start a practice of any letter, it is mandatory how it has to be done because every small dot in your handwriting signifies an important aspect in your life. Okay, now why Y and why G? Y is something जहाँ पे आप work कितना काम करते हो और कितना कमाते हो. G is related कि जितना आप काम करते हो उसमें से आप घर पे कितना देते हो और आप कितना यूज करते हो. Y being open is with work. G being closed, it's with family. Open and close is Y हम जब लिखते हैं वो U जैसा, यहाँ से ऊपर से जगह है यहाँ पे information जाने के लिए. D is a closed loop. यहाँ पे information जाने जगह नहीं है. So whatever income you are giving at home, it won't be wasted. But are you giving at home or not? It's dependent on the stem that you're having. If it is incomplete, you're not giving it to your family rightly. If it is complete, then you're giving it to your family rightly. Okay, let's move to the main important thing that I was talking. जब आप एक लेटर की प्रैक्टिस करते हो, वो लेटर का क्या इंपॉर्टेंस होता है, वो लेटर कैसे लिखा जाता है, everything of that comes into therapy. We as graphologists give these therapies to people where you can have written and non-written both the therapies. As professionals, as adults, now when everything is getting into digital world, you will be having a question why now I have to go back and write. But when you sit with a pen and paper, this will actually give you the results very quickly when you want to change a habit. If you are someone who has a habit of not having that food on time, so how will you stick to it? आपने बहुत ट्राई किया, आप पिछले 2-3 साल से सिर्फ ट्राई कर रहे हो कि नहीं, आज से नहीं, मैं कल से ट्राई करूंगा कि I have my food on time, मैं परसों से ट्राई करूंगा कि I'll have my food on time, but still it is not happening. But when you inculcate a habit of writing, it will actually go to your brain that I have to do it. Now, why is it so significant and it is scientifically proven? Whenever you write, your fingertips are attached with your pen. And whenever you write, the nervous system of your fingers are the ones that are directly connected to your brain. And that is how whatever thought process you have will directly reflect on the paper. If you have indigestion, your letter D's will be incomplete. The D that you write, वो नीचे से खुला होगा, या तो वो ऊपर से टेढ़ा होगा. If you have heart problem or someone in your family is having a heart problem, आपका letter T would be crooked, या letter A में कहीं ना कहीं complications होंगे. If you are having, for females, as you know that females have a lot of health issues because of menstrual cycle, because of low stamina, low hemoglobin and everything. आपको ये सारी problems कैसे solve करनी है? How can you face it? This all will be reflected in your letters J, D, T, Y, letter T. यहाँ पे आपको कहीं ना कहीं ink का dots दिखेगा, extra flow of ink दिखेगा. Always we have a tendency wherein we understand these extra dots in your handwriting are the pen का mistakes कि वो ink रह गया है वहाँ पे, pen बराबर से नहीं चल रहा है. We kind of blame that pen for that kind of thing, but it is not the pen. It is your body, that part of your body जो paper के ऊपर reflect हो रहा है कि यहाँ पर मुझे वो pain हो रहा है. After we are done with the session, I will, when you guys will be able to see my video very clearly, I'll show you how these pain dot works. Coming to graphotherapy, any signature change, any handwriting change, any letter implementation, when you want to do it, you will have to do it for minimum of 21 days without any gap. 21 days is a gap wherein a person's brain relies on that thing, starts understanding that things, and it will adapt your mindset. And dedicate 45 minutes bare minimum. As professional, it is difficult for you to give 45 minutes altogether, then divide it into 15 minutes into the span of your day. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon, and 15 minutes in the evening. Divide it and practice it, because when you practice it, your brain will understand that you are inculcating new habit or a new change in your body, and you want to achieve better goals in life. And when you're practicing it, it has to be mandatorily blue ball pen and unruled sheet, A4 size paper, which has no lines, no signatures. And you need to have a couple of sheets together. Single paper पे नहीं practice करना, because अपना जो base होता है वो hard होता है. So when you write it on a hard base and not have a couple of papers below it, what negative thing will happen is pressure light हो जाएगा. आपका प्रेशर पीछे के पेज पे नहीं आएगा. When your pressure is not coming that side, eventually you will again go and have the health issues that you are having. Moving to next, these are some basic patterns of graphotherapy जो आप stress buster में use कर सकते हो. For females, you can use it during your menstrual cycles. You have stomach cramps, you have headaches. For males, when you have a lot of work pressure or family fights, or you cannot find peace for your own self, you're working. For any individual, when you're working for like 10, 12 long hours and you have not got any break, take that 10 minutes just on your desk, switch off everything, and just take a pen and paper and draw any random pattern. Draw any random pattern that comes to your mind. Select a pattern and use a pen to draw it. You all can copy these patterns. Every pattern has a meaning. I will explain it in very simple sentence. When you write E continuously, it means that you want to grow and you want to be entangled with your mindset and work positively on front. If you are doing it mountain, these mountains has to be very inclined. It cannot be very steep, or it cannot be extra wide, because if it is extra wide, then you are lethargic. You will become lazy. And if it is very steep, then you will become very practical, very analytical. You will not think on your health. You will not think on your mental balance. So it has to be very concrete. That will give you good time to grow, good time to work, good time to settle, have your own space. Another pattern below it, that is box with a dot in between. This is specifically given for kids to increase their memory power. If you have difficulty in memorizing numbers, in memorizing things, if you face difficulties in memorizing your balance sheets, your tally numbers and etc., firm names and everything, by practicing this habit, you will be concentrated enough, your memory skills will also increase. E pattern already explained. When you have a O and hyphen, O and hyphen, O is completing your one work, connecting it with your another work, completing your another work, connecting it with your another work. So when you're working for a firm, you have to, when you're working at an office which is having 10 different firms, and then there are 50 different works to be done. So पहले एक काम करो, फिर उसको दूसरे चीज के साथ. You cannot collect 10 different works together and sit and work on it. Eventually, that is how you will help and you will train your mind to work on. The ulta E that is written, it is also called as N pattern. This pattern actually stimulates your brain to work fast because it is connected. जो ऊपर से connected है will help your brain to settle down and work with the time and the hours that you have to work on. जो सीधा लिखा हुआ है E pattern जो नीचे से है, it will give you stamina, it will give you energy, it will keep your stomach in control to work on that platform. And the last one, lethargic wala. दिया हुआ है as a negative trait. When you have such a wide zigzag lines, that is something where you become lazy. You can do it when you really want to sleep quickly, when you're tired after a very long working week, and you really want ki bhai ab main so jao, I really want to relax, I really want to be lazy for a while. That time you can practice it. And the last one, that is the S moment. This moment has two very major important roles. For females, when you are on your menstrual cycles, you can actually use this because this will help your stomach to calm down. Your cramps will be less. And for another thing, if someone in your surrounding, or even if you are an asthmatic patient on a very level 1, this pattern will actually ease your breathing process. If you have difficulties, if you feel suffocated, claustrophobic, and any sort of this kind of issues, if you have this pattern, will actually help you overcome. This cannot be done for 45 minutes. You need to start with 5 minutes, stretch it to 15 minutes. And it is also mandatory that you get proper guidance from a graphologist before starting any practices, because it has an adverse effect on you. Also, if you can just see the S moments, there are ink dots in the lower zone of the S. If my arrow is visible, this part in the letter S, there is an ink dot. We all say कि वो pen का mistake है, pen खराब चल रही थी या pen ढंग से नहीं चल रही थी, kind of thing. But that is not it. That pattern actually signifies that your body is having pain, your stomach is having cramps, or your heart is having extra pressure on itself. These dots can be in any of the letters that you have written, and every letter is connected to one or the other part of your body. So if you have any kind of dots, any kind of pain dots on in your handwriting, kindly write in the comment box that I have pain dots, PAIN, pain dots. Write it into the comment box. These are some types of therapies that I give it to people. And while you practice it for a very good amount of time, your results are very quicker and enough for you to get it soon. I have pain dots. That's good, Pooja. Anyone else? I am 100% sure about this thing that every female has some or the other pain dots, because we guys have the biggest thing of menstrual cycles in our life. So to overcome those pain dots, you will have to stick to writing at least 5 minutes every day and remove that pain from your body. You will have to consult a graphologist what to write and how to write. Okay, we are at the end of this session and we will start discussing whatever questions you guys have. Before that, I am available on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, because every Monday 9 p.m. I post a video that will actually help you grow in life. And on my Instagram channels, you can go and understand how graphology helps an individual to grow in life. Okay, so now we are open for the questions, and instead of dropping it into the comment box, I will request if we can unmute and answer the questions.
Wonderful, Urja, wonderful. So if anybody has any question, you can just raise your hand so that I can unmute them and I can allow them to speak. Whosoever wants to ask question, you can just please raise your hands. So one by one, I'll allow them to speak there. Yes, Siddharth, Pooja, anyone else? Please raise
Also,
your
when
hand.
you are asking a question, please keep your video on so it will be more good for me.
Yeah, so I'll, yes, Siddharth, you can please ask your question.
Ma'am, what happens when a person uses two different
Siddharth,
styles
तेरा
of
आवाज कम आ रहा
handwriting?
है. Siddharth, a bit louder.
एक मिनट sir. Ma'am, if what happens if two handwriting styles are used?
If you have two handwriting styles, then
Cursive and print.
cursive in print, but there would be an average 50-50 होगा. Whenever you write, अगर आप regularly लिखते हो, so understand which is your most convenient handwriting style. वो handwriting style है, it's kind of a confusion. आप इतने confused हो in your thoughts that you are not pretty confident about writing it cursive, not confident about writing it block. Cursive लिखते हो, तो cursive का एडवांटेज ये है दैट यू आर अटैच्ड टू पीपल एंड योर थॉट्स आर कनेक्टेड. आपका मेमोरी पावर ज्यादा है. पूरा अगर ब्लॉक लिखते हो, नो लेटर्स आर कनेक्टेड, यू हैव वीक मेमोरी पावर. You also want to be isolated, do not want to be in people. So ideal handwriting रहने के लिए you should have 50% of cursive and 50% of blocked handwriting. So whenever you write a word communication, for example, so जो डबल एम लिख रहे हो तो वो ज्वाइन कर दो, CO को ज्वाइन कर दो, या CO डबल एम ज्वाइन कर दिया, फिर गैप UNI ज्वाइन कर दिया, देन गैप TION, देन गैप. So even if it's a one word, break your words into 3 or 4 letters and write. When you are writing is and do 3 letters ka, it can be cursive. So this will actually help you memorize, good memory power, good time management, and good communication skills.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Yeah, next is Pooja Shivdasani. You can just put on your video and just ask your questions.
Yeah.
Yes, Pooja.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, I have concern regarding the signature. So suppose my signature is like I use the initial of my surname. It is the bigger one. And then I write my name in the middle, like my name in the lower curve part of the S. And then I put a line over my name, which is not striking my name, but the surname initial.
Okay, can you switch your camera and show me the signature?
Yeah.
In the meantime, बाकी लोग किसी को question पूछे, just raise your hands.
Can you see it? Is it visible? This one?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would advise you first, do not cut your surname, because this is increasing conflicts between you and your female entity. It can be your mom, it can be your mother-in-law, it can be your any female who influences or helps you in life, or is the biggest support for you to stand. So there will be conflicts between them, and somewhere between that conflicts, you are being hammered to not work calmly on your professional front. Second thing, if you are writing your name after that name, after the surname's initial. Now, if you have written S first and Pooja second, so you are also overshadowing that person. Firstly, there are conflicts, and then it is also overshadowed. And if you have written Pooja first and then S, then that person is overshadowing you.
Okay.
Okay, so do not overshadow, because that will increase conflicts and it will also underestimate the other person.
So the line above the name is okay if I put the line above the name, but don't strike it.
Do not put it. Okay. Because if you have an underline, it has to be underlined. If you're doing it above, it is not an underline, it is an overscore. So you have a barrier above your head. You have a lot of responsibilities on you, and somewhere between doing and not doing it, you are struggling.
Okay. And one more thing, ma'am, for the F part, like I write the cursive F, all the 3 parts, but my curve is from the backward, not the front one.
The lower curve.
Yeah, the lower curve.
The lower. That is very good. That is absolutely good, because that will that is something where you refer your things into past and then execute it in the present to get results in future. If you have it in front, it is good. It is something that not all people can get accommodated to the Ulta F, because for some people it will work negative if they have a lot of trauma in their past life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Yeah. And there's one question in the chat box. I have a double underline below my signature. What does that mean?
Okay. Double underlines are something that are not necessary in your signature. Underline basically एक stage का काम करता है for a person to stand. So stage एक काफी है. Double underline is reassurance. मतलब stage पर जाकर भी आपको लोगों का साथ, या you need someone to be there with you constantly. So do you really want to be so dependable on someone for your own growth in life? Do not hesitate. It is difficult. It is very difficult to have a public face. For me, even I was having stage fear. Kaushik uncle has seen me since my childhood. I was not someone so public front, but I still do not have an underline, because when you practice, you will gain confidence. अंडरलाइन डाल के एक ठीक है, एक कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ाएगा, डबल इज रीअश्योरेंस, वो ना आपको खड़े होने देगा ना आपको गिरने देगा. That is bad.
Underline with 3 dots.
Okay. If you have underline and you have 2 dots is a symbol of proficiency. If these 2 dots are in the left of your signature, you are family oriented. If these 2 dots are in the right of your signature, then you are professionally very strong and sound. If it's in between, it is balance. Family, professional, both is balance. अभी 3 dot है. Professional, family, unnecessary. तो यहाँ पे unnecessary conflict आता है. और 3 dots है, are these typically proper clear dots या फिर वो dash हो जाता है या stretch होता है? If it is dot, if it is stretched or slash हो जाता है, it is aggression. तो 3 dot is negative, unnecessary and also self aggression. किसी और पे नहीं निकाल सकते हो तो खुद पे निकालते. So do not have 3 dots. Okay, we have another question. While signing, I underline half my name and initials of my middle name and surname with 2 dots under the line. Okay. Half your name. So you are not, for yourself, you have dilemma कि मैं कभी confident हूँ, कभी नहीं हूँ. और जब नहीं हूँ, you need your family or your better half to come and give you that platform to go ahead in life. So या तो underline पूरा करो या तो बिल्कुल मत करो. Because वो dilemma की वजह से you lose time, you have to fight with time and you have to struggle with time. वो मत होने दो. Also half में underline है, इसका मतलब is somewhere you might fall down when you actually thought कि वो आपकी मदद कर रहे हैं. So do not let that happen. Keep it पूरा या तो remove it. Are you someone who is having stage fear? Are you someone who is having a fear of talking to new people or cracking down a new deal with unknown people? If you have that fear, तो रखो पूरा underline. If you do not have it, निकालो. It is unnecessary. Hello, ma'am. My sign is legible, but I try to overwrite my surname's initial over middle name's initial letter. Okay. Bhakti, are you married? Are you unmarried?
She is student. She is a student.
She is a student. Unmarried. Okay. So basically, surname ka initial is overlapping your dad's initial. In that case, okay. So this is not a good sign, but somewhere you feel like your mom is ruling your dad. अगर डैड का सिग्नेचर, डैड का इनिशियल, जिसका भी इनिशियल ऊपर है, अगर पापा का इनिशियल ऊपर है और सरनेम का इनिशियल, सो फॉर यू ढोलकिया इज द डी एंड फादर्स नेम इज व्हाट? फादर्स इनिशियल क्या है?
Girish.
G. Okay. So G is written first and D is written over it. Mom is ruling dad. D is written first and G is written over it. Dad is ruling mom. And somewhere you are just understanding that thing. Not actually, I cannot probably discuss this thing on a common platform. You can connect to me later on. So I can give you a proper analysis for it.
Yeah, Urja, if you can share your contact details on the chat box so that everybody can have this.
Okay.
Share the screen so that they can take.
Okay, I'll share my details over here.
Yeah. Poonam, you would like to speak over the microphone and ask the question? And just raise your hand so that I can know where are you. Yes. Poonam.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Poonam.
Yeah, when I said now that half the name is underlined and half is not, and I also mentioned that 2 dots are placed. Those are like under my initials, middle name and surname.
Middle name and surname के बीच में है, right?
Under that.
Okay, under that. So that is something where you like to keep your relationships professional also and family. So you know the balance between them. So that is a good thing. That is not a negative trait. But वो 2 dots ही होने चाहिए. It shouldn't be a dash or it shouldn't be a slash. Because dot बदले अगर वो slash हो जाता है जल्दी जल्दी signature करने में, will have a tendency कि वो dot का dash हो जाता है. So that dash is something that will create conflicts. वो झगड़ा create करेगा या तो फिर aggression. उसके ऊपर गुस्सा आता होगा. Or else it increases a lot of stress in your brain. So you shouldn't have a dash. Keep it very simple.
These are clear 2 dots. Clear 2 dots.
Keep it very clear 2 dots. That is good. उसमें कोई problem नहीं है. And keep it only if you need that assurance. You genuinely need that. Okay, I will have to reconfirm my work before submitting. तो ही वो dots रखो, नहीं तो वो भी निकाल दो.
Okay.
Not advisable to keep it.
Okay.
Yes.
So simply plain my name and initials. That's
Yes,
it. Okay.
yes.
Without any underline and dots.
Yes.
Great, great. So Poonam, if you want more details, Uja shared her contact details, connect details on the chat box. Everybody, if who wants to connect personally, they can take the connect details from the chat box. They can connect with her anytime going forward. And अगर आपको वो पहचानते नहीं है तो मेरा नाम दे देना. Give some reference. Okay. And before we, anybody else, if you want to ask some questions, or else we can move ahead.
Thanks for the session. Thank you so much. Also, just to inform you, मैंने सारे links, my Insta, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, my YouTube, and WhatsApp का link भी add किया, so you can just copy this whole message. So you guys can contact me any part of time. And यहाँ पे मैंने Google का review link डाला हुआ है. So I am registered on my Google business. Please go and review how did you enjoy the session. So that would be really helpful for me to grow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so before we end this session, I'm just taking a poll of your lockdown for your session is your polling session is inactive. Sorry. So please put in your feedback. How did you like the session? Put in the chat box. Thanks, Urja. How about your experience with the session? What's your learning? What one takeaway that you're taking out from this session? Keep putting in the chat box, please. What did you like the most in this session?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, please. I also want to recognize the presence of the conveners of Kalyan CP Study Circle, Anurag Gupta, the convener, and Vipul Shah, the deputy convener of Kalyan CP Study Circle. Everybody, please put in the chat box, put in your feedbacks and comments. How did you like? What did you like the most in the session?
Yes, thank you so much. My name's meaning is energy.
Yeah. Coincidence. Wow. Great. So Urja, I think so. Everybody likes this session because something जो normal technical से हटके था, अपने बारे में जानना बहुत important है. हम लोग technical knowledge बहुत ले लेते हैं, but अपने बारे में बहुत कम जानते हैं. And this was one of the sessions. I just wanted people to know and understand how they can have a mindset change or something. अगर कुछ practice कर सकते, अगर they can change, that'll be good for them. So I would request our committee member Amit More to officially offer a vote of thanks to the speaker. Yes, Amit.
Thank you, Kaushik sir, and thank you, Urja madam, because it was something different, something new to us. First time, actually, I have watched many videos about this, but first time entire session I joined, and I learned few interesting things about this signature and your personality. So I would like to congratulate actually our chairman Kaushik Gada and our one of the mentor for students, Vyomesh, because they thought about this particular subject, and on this Women's Day occasion, they called you as a woman representative to guide us on this particular subject, which is non-technical subject. Many students also attended this session, and I think the session was houseful for throughout the session. So I sincerely appreciate your efforts for this particular session, and I would like to thank you for giving us time for this particular session and guiding us on this non-technical subject and very interesting subject. So thank you, Urja madam. Thank you, Kaushik sir. Over to you now.
Yeah, before we close, एक photo तो बनता ही है. So please open your windows, open your videos. एक छोटा सा clip लेते हैं, video लेते हैं और photograph लेते हैं before we close the session. Come on, अभी last session है आज का. आज का means ये पूरा series का last session है. So I hope everybody can just put on the video for just 5 seconds, 5-10 seconds, so we can take a beautiful picture. Come on, fast. Very good. Come on, some more. अभी एक ही स्क्रीन भरा हुआ है. Yes, प्रसन्ना, very good. आप जिधर भी हो कोई टेंशन मत लो. Please, everyone, are we ready to go? 3, just a minute. अभी मैं फोन से कर लेता हूँ. 3, 2, 1. Yes, because all लोग आ रहे हैं. Yes. शरद सेठ जी, नमस्ते. Yes, Manisha. Yes, Deepa. Chalo, very good. One more to go. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great time. And any other announcements, Parag, if you anything that you want to let them know? Okay. Have a great time. Bye. See you. Shabbat.
Have a great week.
Yes. Have a great time. Bye, Sharad sir. Bye.